Have you ever noticed how some people seem to grow their wealth quietly, almost invisibly, without taking dramatic leaps, without gambling everything, without making loud announcements about their moves, while others keep trying risky shortcuts, lose money, start over, repeat the cycle, tired, frustrated, stressed, and confused about what actually works? I spent years studying the difference, not from textbooks or motivational speeches, but from watching real wealthy individuals, observing how they think, how they act, how they make decisions that appear slow but have long-lasting results. And I began to see something that felt like a hidden pattern, something rarely discussed because it doesn't sound exciting, dramatic, or thrilling. Like overnight success stories, the wealthy multiply their money not by chasing the biggest opportunity, but by protecting their downside first, always. They think differently about growth. They don't ask, "How much can I make?" They ask, "How much can I lose, and can I live with that loss?" This tiny shift changes everything because now decisions become controlled, intentional, strategic. Most people chase high returns. Wealthy people chase stability that compounds. And compounding is slow at first. It actually feels boring. That's why most people never build wealth. They want excitement. The wealthy want certainty. They prefer patience over thrill. They prefer structure over hype. They understand that wealth is not created from one big move, but thousands of small intelligent ones, repeated consistently, even when emotions say otherwise. I used to believe wealth required massive risk. I thought the wealthy must be fearless gamblers. But when I got close enough to observe how they think, I realized they are more careful, more calm, and more strategic than anyone else in the room. They remove emotion from the decision. They treat money like a tool, not like fuel for ego or validation. They don't try to impress. They try to secure. And the most powerful thing they do? They build systems that multiply for them even when they sleep, when they travel, when they disconnect, when the market changes, when the economy slows, because they are not depending on momentum or hype, but on structure. Imagine placing your money into something that grows slowly but never stops. Imagine planting a tree that starts as a seed so small that no one notices. People will laugh. People will ignore. But one day that seed becomes shade, shelter, fruit. That's how wealth works. Quiet, steady, invisible at first. And while most people look for shortcuts, the wealthy look for longevity. They understand that slow growth is not weak growth. Slow growth is stable growth. Stable growth is strong growth. Strong growth lasts longer than hype. And the thing is, wealthy people make decisions based on future benefit, not current pleasure. They sacrifice what feels good right now to secure what feels incredible later. Meanwhile, most people do the reverse. They chase excitement, entertainment, temporary satisfaction, and they pay for it with their future freedom. The wealthy also know how to separate their identity from their income. They don't spend just because they earned. They don't buy to prove. They don't fall into lifestyle inflation. They let their money mature. They let their investments breathe. They give time space to do the work that impatience kills. Their wealth expands because they are not in a hurry. Life will reward patience, but it will punish urgency. And here's something else they do differently. They focus on acquiring assets that pay them repeatedly. Not assets that require constant attention or effort, but assets that generate value without needing constant time. They buy or build things that produce cash flow: rental properties, online systems, shares in companies, royalties, distribution networks, licensing rights, automated businesses, even side operations that only require management, not daily labor. While others focus on working harder, the wealthy shift toward working smarter, then working less. They design their income, they don't chase it. And they reinvest before they reward themselves. When they make money, they don't celebrate with expenses. They celebrate with reinvestment. That's how the snowball grows. Every dollar is treated like a seed. Every seed must be planted. Every plant must be nurtured. And slowly, quietly, their garden becomes a forest, and the forest produces without effort. Meanwhile, someone else keeps planting and eating the seed instantly, starting from zero each month, stuck in a loop. But the wealthy break that loop by delaying pleasure. They don't need people to see their success. They need their future to feel secure. Their biggest flex is not cars, houses, watches, or designer clothes. Their biggest flex is peace. Freedom, not worrying about bills. Waking up without panic. Living without debt. Choosing how to use their time. That's real wealth. And they understand something powerful. Money multiplies when it is respected. And respect means control, not emotional spending. Respect means understanding the purpose of each dollar. Respect means organizing money, tracking expenses, structuring income, directing investments, and always having a plan for both profit and protection. The wealthy are obsessed with minimizing losses more than maximizing gains. They avoid things that drain them. They stay away from drama. They leave conversations that waste time. Their attention is a resource. Their time is an investment. Their energy is currency. They guard these like treasure. And because of that, everything they build grows with intention instead of chaos. And another thing, they know when to stay still. They are not constantly jumping from one opportunity to another like most people do. They stay grounded. They learn deeply. They master one field before expanding to another. Specialization first, expansion later. That's how they stay ahead. They don't chase what everyone else is chasing because when everyone is chasing the same thing, the profit is already gone. They look where others are not looking. They listen more than they speak. They observe more than they react. They think long-term when the world thinks short-term. They move silently while the world moves loudly. And when results show, people call it luck. But luck is simply preparation, patience, and quiet consistency that finally becomes visible. And if you want to multiply wealth without big risks, start by doing what they do. Stop trying to get rich fast. Get rich steadily. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Focus on assets. Protect your downside. Compress your lifestyle. Reinforce your discipline. Reinvest more than you spend. And treat every dollar like it has a job. Because the truth is, wealth is not what you make. Wealth is what you keep, protect, and multiply. And the wealthiest people I have met are not loud. They are calm. They are focused. They are intentional. And they play a different game. A quiet game. A patient game. And that is why they win without taking big risks. This is the real strategy of multiplying wealth quietly, steadily, and consistently, far away from noise, applause, and chaos. And that is exactly how the wealthy grow in silence while the world watches in confusion, never realizing that the seed was planted long before the tree became visible. And that is the difference between living to impress and living to ascend. One fades quickly, the other lasts forever.